it does quite appear to work. Then the question is, does it? A woman called the show and said, well, a woman in her marriage, for example, which would certainly represent some marriages, you have to play back, play quiet, be quiet, not be seen, not necessarily express ideas or have them. And if ever there was too much grace upon the face of the earth that you had ideas, you would not share them except you were asked by your husband. Anything that shows a certain level of freedom or the freedom of expression or freedom of human thought and then also the freedom to air them could be seen to be competitive. Yeah. Some men like to be in control, and what that would mean is they tell you what to do, if you should do it, when, how you should do it, or if you should do anything at all. Well, maybe there's a justification for it. All right? I want to believe that there is. But she sounded as though, well, when I know something, I don't say because he feels a certain type of way. She says she got a job and he wouldn't let her work, so she had to kneel down to beg him. Is that what you mean when you say submission? Is that a kind of, can we say that that's what submission could mean? Yeah. Where you know it but you're quiet. It's like maybe, an organizational structure where the person who is head of the department doesn't know it, and then even though you know it, you don't say anything until you're asked. Because, there's a head, and maybe the head should do all the work, and until he needs help, he is fine. Something like that. Well, that's some organizations. Other organizations are different. The structure is different. The interaction is different. People tend to interact and share ideas, and then the best ideas stay afloat, and those not so strong sink to the bottom, and then you take the best ideas, you match them together, and then you get something. I don't know. So tell me, is that a kind of submission? Is that what's required? I mean, you all say that there can't be two captains on a ship, yeah? All right. 0700 993 993 993 and 014657190. Welcome to Nigeria Info, the Sunny Side. It's our divorce series. You're on the show. You're live. Hi. The volume of your radio set. Hello.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We're happy to have you. What's your name? Turn off the volume of your radio set.
Yeah, it's off. My radio is off.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Ngozi. I'm calling you from Lekiazi.
Thank you, Ngozi, for calling.
Yeah. Your topic, Joyce, may I start with the people that have the notion that the woman must pray for the husband. I don't have any problem praying for anybody the same way I may pray for my younger ones or my parents. But what people should understand is spiritually, a man is the spiritual head of every family. Well, let's bring religion into it now. So if there is anybody that should pray for anyone, it should be the man praying for the entire family, including the wife. And that brings me to the question, how many men have actually prayed for their wives? Let me hold it there. Then coming to the main question you asked, I think if there is any word that has been seriously abused in Africa is what do you call it?
Submission?
Submissiveness.
Yeah, submission.
People actually abuse. They've murdered that word to suit their own ego, to suit their own lifestyle, or to suit their own pattern of
the
life,
definition,
what they want to achieve in a relationship or in a marriage. Many Africans, what I see, Joyce, is actually a master and the servant kind of relationship in many marriages, and not as a helpmate as it may actually be. Your helpmate should actually be somebody like your deputy, somebody, your assistant, somebody that is deputizing you. When you are not there, somebody that takes over, or somebody you can actually relinquish some of your things. Okay, help me do this, help me do that, and you run things together. But many men actually don't like that. But what they prefer is this kind of a master-servant relationship. And that's what they have turned their wives into. And unfortunately, many women, because of the way they are brought up, or their background or the knowledge, or because most of their own parents passed through such ill treatments, they have come to see this as a way of life, as a norm. Lastly, Joyce, I think the only thing that makes African men think they are more superior than the women is just finance. Remove finance from any African man and place him at par with any woman, you can see that they are powerless as anything. And that's why many of them in the years, even in the present, have continually deprived their spouses of that financial freedom in order for them to still be in control. Because they feel once these women are financially capable, them will lose their own power, willpower of maltreatment, of treating them like trash as they like, as the women coming back to them at any given point to collect or to request for assistance. And that's actually what some men prefer. For those you will see that their families are not this type, probably the wives couldn't secure a job. You see how they run families by providing for everything, making every resources available. Not like waiting for the woman to come and bow to collect money for feeding. I've seen men, Joyce, that buy cane, Anga, this one that they sell, teachers use in those days. They buy it for their wives and they use it on people's daughter. I'm talking of adults here, in the name of marriages.
Sorry, bring it back. Pardon me. Bring that back. You say men buy whips for their wives?
Anga, Joyce, this cane now that you see they use for making
I heard you every time you said it. I don't know whether I understand what you mean. I'm just really repeating
Joyce,
the words.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you, it's somebody I know very well. That's what that lady passes through. I chose to keep quiet because I've seen she's also not well informed. And she feels she doesn't have anybody. It probably if she takes an action or do something, so she feels to live with this kind of man at home that comes back every evening using the cane on her and flog her as if it's how these people beating Nama and carrying Nama around. And she is comfortable with the man and she still cooks and gives this man food, and the man enjoys this kind of power over this woman. Probably because he feels he is the man. Okay. And when you inquire, you discover this kind of man did not even pay any bride price on this lady.
But even if he did, I
don't know, Joyce. I'm only saying, yes, of course. Because he did pay any bride price,
what does that mean that he paid?
You have bought the person.
Did he buy a slave? Like, what are we talking about here? You get it?
Exactly. But I'm only saying, this is the kind of men we have. And this is what some of them choose to be to some of their wives.
Okay.
So I don't really know whether this kind of mindset, and me, I've chosen for my son to give him a proper training. I will never stand to see my son humiliate another person's daughter. So you start as far as they are, as young as they are, you start teaching them those values. Okay. Marriage is not slavery. Let me end with that. Thank you so much.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Thank you for calling. Welcome to the show, 13 minutes past 1 p.m. My name's Joyce. We're Nigeria Info. Welcome to the show. The volume of your radio set. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, guys.
Welcome. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon. I'm Wasu.
Wasu?
Yeah, Wasu.
Great. Go ahead.
Hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead. We're all with you.
All right. I think this is a very sensitive subject because people will argue from their own perspective.
What's your perspective? Don't bother about where they argue from. Give me your stand if you have any.
My stand is a man and a woman. No one is superior or inferior to
Are you married?
But when it comes to
Are you married?
Marriages,
are you married?
Must take the lead.
Are you married? Good. Wait. Relax. We're following you. Are you married?
Of course, I'm married.
Okay, great. You were saying someone should take the lead.
And someone must take the lead.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
It is arranged in a marriage that the man is the head of the house, and the woman deputized, because the woman is the one taking care of the work, the children, and what of you takes care of the home.
Is that what deputizing means? That her role as deputy is to take care of the kids? Isn't it your kids? Whose responsibility is it? Oh, it's not. It's not. Okay.
Don't get it wrong.
Oh.
The woman instill the family culture, the discipline in the children.
Whose discipline? Hold on. If you say you are the head of the family, then whose discipline is she instilling? The one you taught her that she's teaching the kids, or the one you know which you must teach your kids?
The one we both agree to teach our kids.
Oh, okay. So it's her work to give them the value. Okay.
Both a man and a woman
came
from, both husband and wife came from different backgrounds, different religions.
Yeah, but it's the woman's responsibility to instill the values, yeah?
Of course. Okay. You spend more time with the kids than the man.
Yeah.
In most cases, let's say in most cases,
okay,
the women have more time with the children than the men.
Okay.
So in this case, the
when you say in most cases, because you're married, so is your wife unemployed?
Of course. In my case, if my wife spends more time with my children,
you haven't answered the question. Yeah, so I'm trying to. I'm not contesting. Don't get defensive. Hold on a second. Don't get defensive. I'm not contesting what you're saying because you said in most cases, we all would agree that women work as much as men do today. 20 years or 30 years ago, women were housewives. Now women are working. Some women don't work. So I'm asking you whether you're talking about your situation where your wife spends more time with the kids because she has no job, so she's at home.
Hello, Joyce.
Yes, your wife at home.
My wife is a banker, right?
Oh, your wife is.
We have more time. She doesn't work Saturday or Sunday. I work both Saturdays and Sundays because I'm an engineer. I'm into construction. I have projects that are time bound. I have to finish on so time. When I'm given a contract, there's a time I have to finish it. Sometimes I stay on site for as long as possible.
Yeah.
But my wife closes by 5 p.m. in the evening, goes home to the kids, and she spends more time with the children. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Women, oftentimes, in most cases, have more time with the children than the men.
Now, you as an engineer, do you work Sunday to Sunday? Because as an engineer today, you have some time on your hands. I mean, I don't think you're working every time.
Of course. Sometimes I don't have to leave home as early as my wife.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I can leave home as late as 10 a.m. in the morning. Mm-hmm. I have time with my kids.
Okay.
But even at that, she has gotten more time with the children.
Okay.
Because even sometimes when I leave home late, I can just take my kids to school and we spend like an hour together because she gets them ready for school. Then I have to just wake up and take them to school.
Okay.
And on our way, we can catch up, we can talk. But when she comes back from 5 p.m., they sleep. Who spends most time with the kids? The women.
Okay, so when you say lead, so when you say someone takes the lead, what you also mean is that your decisions prevail.
No. It's not the issue says that. See, for me, marriage is something that a man and a woman have to discuss anything and everything they want in their life or in their home. If your wife suggests something to you, you can give her a reason to counter it.
Do you think you're superior to your wife?
Your wife can give you a reason why it shouldn't be that way.
Do you think you're superior to your... Hold on. Because you say you are head, because you say that you are the head, do you think you're superior to your wife? Do you think you're greater than her? How about that?
I don't know how you mean.
So maybe this is even a good enough excuse to just really end the conversation because the line's cranky, and then I'm not sure that you want to give me a straightforward answer. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Hi.
Hello, Joyce.
Welcome. What's your name, lady?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Please, I want to remain anonymous.
All right. Make it pop, girl.
And I want to say God will bless Madam Gloria.
Who's Gloria?
The woman that called before this guy that called.
No, it's not Gloria. Ngozi.
Ngozi, okay. God will bless her.
Why? She spoke your confession.
She spoke my mind.
Oh, okay.
You know, in Africa, in Nigeria to be precise, when it comes to matter like this, you'll be seeing some men passing one bush, looking for the shortest way to issues.
Okay.
Joyce, as I am married.
Nice.
If I bring up suggestions for my husband that, let's do this, let's do that, I'm the kind of person that I hate somebody telling me is not possible. I hate it. I do tell my kids, don't tell yourself you can't do it. You just have to tax yourself and you will break through.
So he tells you that every time you tell him, I think candles are
No.
better than light bulbs.
I tell my kids that.
Okay.
Because there is nothing to me. I believe nothing is impossible.
Okay.
I believe everything is possible. So when I bring up suggestion and say, this thing we're about to do, let's do it this way. Why not do it like this? You will just hear my husband saying, well, this thing, it will not work.
All right.
And it's killing me. At the end of the day, you see that thing that he's saying it will not work. He will come back and say, it seems it's that thing that he said that I said it will not work. Maybe that is what we will do.
Okay.
We come back to that same idea. And me, I don't bother myself anymore to disturb my brain. When you need my brain to work with your own, you will come and meet the brain. So I don't want to be wasting my brain for unnecessary discussion.
Okay. Wow.
I don't do that
Anymore. Okay.
So when it comes to men not allowing their wives to work, it's a woman that does not want to work that we say my husband does not want me to work. Marriage, not be everybody marriage.
No, not really, because the woman who called last week, she wanted to work. Her husband didn't want her to work, so she had to kneel down to beg him. Honestly, every time I repeat that sentence, I want to peel my face.
I am not ready to kneel down to beg any man before I work. Because I can't be asking you to give me money for pants. If I say I want to buy
but the man says I'm the head of the family, so you take orders.
Which head?
Well,
is he ready to pay me my salary? To pay me a salary monthly?
Okay.
He is not. So I have to work to take care of myself.
Okay. So you found a way around your own problem, which is your husband not taking your ideas seriously. So now you don't care anymore.
I find my way.
So if the house is burning, you watch the house burn with him. Then when he's like, honey, do you think we need fire extinguisher? You're like, well, maybe we need fire extinguisher. Then
Joyce,
you now go and get fire extinguisher.
Joyce, you know what? When it comes to his own issue, I don't say anything.
Okay.
Whenever he's just going around nagging, I will just be watching. If he needs me, he will walk up to me.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you. I got it. I got the juice out of that. Thank you, pretty. I do appreciate you calling in. The sunny side, welcome to the show. What's your name? The volume of your radio set. I know you get it. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Yes.
What's
Please, I
your
want
name?
to remain anonymous.
Nah. Go ahead. Turn up the
I've been
volume of
listening
your radio set.
to-
Honey, no. Turn up the volume of your radio set.
Okay.
You couldn't do that? Nigeria info. Hello. You're on the sunny side. Welcome, my friend. What's your name?
Hello?
Hello, lady. How are you?
Hi, Joyce. How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome. What's your name?
This is Chinaya.
Okay.
You see, this matter is a very, very, very vital and critical issue.
Okay.
Joyce, are you there?
I'm not.
Okay, you are there. I know you are
Oh,
there.
okay. All right. Who knows?
Joyce, can you imagine somebody said now that Koboko man is saying he's quoting Bible that does not even exist inside the Bible. So a man now that is married now, with the wife now will come and scatter house for me, and I'll begin pray for the man to change, to be a clean man. Joyce,
What do you think about that?
it's very bad to me. How
Bad?
can a man, the man will come and scatter house for me that I didn't? I will begin pray for him that he should
That's
become a
what the
clean
pastor
man.
on Instagram said. It's like, no, you keep praying.
Okay, no worry. We'll keep praying.
He's a pastor. He has a church, and he's getting popular.
A man will be cheating on the wife. What society and pastor will be saying is keep on praying for him so that any disease that holds the man will believe.
Yeah.
But if the woman do the same thing, they will be accusing the woman. Village people will be they take the woman to Arosi.
No, the man will pray too. I think
The man don't go. That kind of prayer will not work because the man will not even pray. Even the pastor will tell him don't pray because
Oh.
from that woman you will die.
Yeah. Okay.
Joyce,
Okay.
See, Joyce, hello.
Mm-mm-mm.
Anything that woman says in some marriages does not count. Okay, now, anything that woman says, they'll say, come on, shut up your mouth, don't say anything. What do you know? Okay, that just
Who
let me just
says
say,
that?
Do you know that? Do you know that, Joyce? Do you know that?
You marry
most
someone who
men-
tells you to shut up.
Wait, now, Joyce.
Wait, are you serious? You married someone who told you to shut up?
Yes, now some men do that now to tell their wife, shut up your mouth. Your opinion doesn't count.
Eh?
You don't know. Yes, now. Even most of our callers now, they will not talk now. They will not talk. They will be claiming holy than thou. Be calling as if they are good.
You marry a man.
Joyce,
Huh?
Joyce, do you know that most men, I'm trying to say this too, most men, they have body odor and mouth odor.
Well, that's not the conversation, child. Stay on the topic. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. No, but I want to try to say something, Joyce. Try to understand me. Joyce, are you there?
No.
Okay, sorry, my love. Where you are there. If wife now come now, husband come back from work now, wife now say, honey, go and take your bath. The next thing you hear that, what are you trying to say? I have body odor.
No, I think you're imagining things. I don't know that to be true. I think you're imagining things.
Yes, let me just tell you this.
I think let's hear other people. I think you're imagining things. Honestly.
I'm not. I know. I cannot imagine bad dreams. I'm saying reality.
Okay.
Instead of them to take correction and say that okay, my wife said I should do this.
All right.
Let me go and do it. So family member will hear.
Okay, we have to let the man speak because this is them.
You see, this is what I will call story. I know they will call my name. Let them come. I'm ready. I have 25 naira. I am ready. Joyce, don't worry. I know you load my card for me. I will come back and come and attack them.
Well, thank you very much for calling. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. works in some marriages, at least it looks like it's working, but does it? And it's one where the woman says she has to play humble, silent. She has to, in some cases, appear to be ignorant. She has to be... I don't want to give it any bad tags, assuming that sometimes it happens with the best of intentions, you know? So the woman has to play down, play quiet, do as she's told, follow rules or orders, depending on who we're pretty much referencing. Yeah, and that's what works, because the one caller says, well, somebody's got to be the head. And the implications of that could also mean that, well, he sees himself in a certain capacity and the woman in another capacity. And when you compare both capacities, it's different. Where one thinks, well, I have more power than you do, and so what I say is, and you shouldn't be saying anything. Well, let's find out. The sunny side, welcome. Nigeria Info, hi. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
This is Jeff from Apapa.
Welcome. Go ahead. How are you? Can you hear me? All right. Hi, Nigeria Info.
Hello?
Welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Sunday. I'm calling from Ajegule.
Welcome. Go ahead.
What I want to say about this marital status of a thing is that I'm a 30 years of age. I haven't got married, but I just want to say something about it because I've seen so many cases about a man and a woman, maybe husband and wife, whereby maybe the wife doesn't respect the husband, or the husband doesn't respect the wife.
Okay.
And most cases, it turns to a violence in their house.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, now, let me use the cases of my own father. My father. Are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me?
I am. I'm listening.
Like, my father used to do something that gets me angry most times. You know, I was a young boy when my father got married to another woman. And at the end of the day, every little thing, he will start beating his wife just because of the little thing that doesn't cause any issue. Maybe he asked the wife to do something and he mistakenly did not do it. And at the end of the day, he will just see slap from nowhere on the woman's face. And at the end of the day, so the two of them will now start fighting. So I will be the one separating them at my early age. So on a very good day, I just called my father that you are not teaching me something to do as a man. I told him he was shocked, and I said, if you continue doing this in my presence as a little boy, what do you want me to do to my wife?
Yeah,
Hello,
but you already blame the woman. You say that it's the woman who doesn't respect the man.
No,
that's how you started.
Most cases.
Well, it's unfortunate that that's what you're referring to. So I think you're choosing what your facts should entail. I think it's unfortunate that your actual life experience actually counters your first sentence, that you say, well, you know, in some cases, you said in most cases, the woman does not respect the man. So I'm waiting to hear the story because I thought maybe your mother disrespects your father. In fact, you seem to have quite a lot of compassion for your stepmom because that's not your mom, that's your stepmom, and you're saying, well, your dad's messing up. But your first sentence was, women don't respect men. So somewhere at the back of your head, you're contending with the illusion of power. I mean, just from what you have said, I can just take it apart. Really. You would like to really just pin something on the woman. But even though what the man is doing is not good, but, you know, let's just assume that because some of these women say they don't even have respect. I mean, like, you complicate yourself. It's like a work of contradictions. Hey, hi, the sunny side. Welcome to the show.
Hello, yes, good afternoon.
You called me Eze. What's my name?
This is great. I'm from Lekki.
Well, I mean, I think we can just get over introduction.
Well done.
Thank you.
I think let me not let me not argue with that brother that women do not respect men. Sometimes women respect. If you respect yourself, hello, ma.
Believe me.
If you respect yourself, if you value yourself, women will respect you. That is my own understanding about respect.
That's all you want to say, yeah?
Exactly. There's good women and there's bad women. And there's bad man and there's good man. Thank you, man.
Well, thank you very much. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Hey, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
Welcome, lady. What's your name?
Thank you very much. My name is Semiat. I'm calling from Apapa.
Go ahead.
Okay, so men feed off respect. I don't know the way the thing actually fits them. It makes them feel like if they don't get respect, they are not man enough. Hence the submission, the submissive. My wife has to be submissive. The submissive whatever is a very sensitive topic for me.
No.
Personally.
I mean, what is respect? If not that they call it respect, but under that, it's ego. I mean, what's respect?
They want the female to respect them.
What does
while
that mean?
They don't want to respect. You get.
I think they would like to call it respect, but it's actually that's
exactly,
not the word. It's
that's
arrogance. It's
use.
something. No, so that's not right. Because what is respect?
That's what they use.
What is
It's
respect?
He
really?
doesn't respect me. Okay. In my case,
it's
now,
that you feel arrogant. You feel like when maybe you tell her something and she doesn't get it right, or she contends with it, and you're like, "Who are you to talk back at me or something?"
Exactly.
You respect me.
And everything
so that's not respect.
Goes back
that's something else.
To Adam was the first man, so Adam is the heir.
Is that what your husband tells you?
I'm not married.
You guys really have boring conversations. What?
I am not married, and I'm not even sure I'm going to get married.
Why?
If most of all the men that are being breeded right now are like this.
No, look, honey, there's heaven and earth. Fall in love. Nothing is better than that.
It's just really very annoying. You don't do the right thing. You have a very terrible behavior, and then you expect someone to respect you with all that attitude you have.
Wait, I think you are offended by something you've seen or heard. Don't worry.
Yes, I'm offended at something I've experienced. It's so annoying. And all of them are the same. I keep hearing the same stories, similar stories, everything. Who trained these people?
Yeah. Wait, how old are you, girl?
I'm 25, yeah.
Well,
I'm 25, and it seems
it looks like they're all the same, but no, they're not all the same. Some make mistake, and then they correct the mistake. Some of them. Others don't have a head for correction.
Some.
Yeah, some.
A very low amount of them actually correct. They apologize. The rest are just
so just pick from the ones that their heads is correct now. Which one is you don't want to marry? You pick from the. So that's also something else. Like you can't. Well, I mean, I can't quite tell you what to do if you don't want to be married. It's not like I'm paying for your wedding. And if I were, I'll be happy you're not getting married because then again, I get to keep my money. But no, it's that you can't quite make a corporate statement like that and not be wrong. Because some people grew up a certain way and then they've been a mess all their lives. And then light happens to them and then they change. That happens. Miracle happens. Yeah. And then some people, they're afraid of change that they hold so tightly to madness, hoping someone can live with it. Well, welcome to the show then. Let's figure out if it's possible. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Can you hear me? Hello? Nigeria Info. You on the sunny side? Hello?
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
I'm with you. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Okay. Yes. I want to remain anonymous. I've called before. I've been listening to this program. It's as if maybe it's because of what happened to me today. This thing about praying for your husband.
Have you called the show today? Sorry, have you called the show today?
Yes, I called when you asked me to turn down the volume of my radio and my line went off.
Okay, so turn down the volume of your radio again, and then you can go ahead. Oh, so we didn't hear you earlier on then. Go ahead.
Okay, let me do that.
Did that before. You done it?
Hello?
Okay.
I've turned it off.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so something like that just happened, and I was so upset. I went out, and I was just sharing with my neighbor. You know what she said? Yeah, keep praying for her. I said, no, don't tell me that again. I'm not going to pray again. I'm not going to pray. It's much. You are living with someone who doesn't take advice. He doesn't listen to what you say. He does whatever he thinks is right, and he's okay with that. You don't have any objection. You know, it concerns it's something that concerns my children, and if it has come to the extent of affecting my children's well-being and their education, is something I cannot take anymore. So I'm really angry about it. I don't know, the way a whole lot of things is not only about this one, it's much. And so, women are going through so many things in their marriages, and they are keeping quiet.
Have you discussed with your husband what's wrong?
Sorry?
Have you discussed with your husband a problem? Like, hey, gentlemen,
Yes,
this is a
it's
problem.
actually about my children with their school fees.
Okay.
I told him we have to pay these children's school fees. He said, I'm traveling. When I came back, he came back. He said, before I travel again, I'll give you. He traveled today, and I told him, he said, tell the woman when I come back. How can I tell him? Don't you know the teachers that are teaching these kids, they are paying them. And this woman, I went to her and explained to her. She gave me the whole textbooks that my daughter needs.
Wait, your husband is traveling.
I showed him.
Well, is your husband?
I showed him.
Is your husband flying free? What's he doing? He's traveling, so he's paying for trips.
Sorry?
Your husband is traveling, you say?
Yes, he's traveling. He traveled to yes.
Maybe, I wanted to say he doesn't have money, but he has transport fare. Like flight.
No.
He's
If
traveling
he
for
doesn't
free?
have money, I wouldn't be talking about it. He has the money. He has it. I just understand. This is the man that when we had nothing, as in we didn't have anything to eat. There was no money. He was so obedient. So I don't know.
Sober, submissive, cooperative.
Yes, understand.
He was a present husband. Now he's on the streets.
Something
He's
is
busy.
coming out. We are seeing something. He has changed entirely. I don't understand.
So, have you been praying?
I've been praying. I'm just sick and tired of the whole thing. I've been praying. Yes.
After praying, what are you going to do now? Because, look, I feel like I'm the one who has demystified this whole pray for your spouse thing. I think it's a whole lot. Look, I think it's great if you're praying for someone with the head on his shoulder. Now, if we're dealing with the fool, I don't have the patience for it. So maybe I'll listen to your stories, Maybe there's something I can learn from your stories. So I think you should explain to him that these are his kids and they need to go to school. Do you have a job?
Yes, I'm a fashion designer, but right now I don't have a shop. I'm just doing it at home. We just packed into this area. I don't know much people here. So the few people I'm telling, they are giving me work. I've not started doing it much like that.
So how long don't you think maybe you should leave your kids at home for a semester? Let him come home every time and see them.
Yeah. Even a time I lied to him that they said they would send them. They'll send them back when they should come and start home. I said, what?
So try it. So you know what? So try it. You have to. It's a risk you're going to have to take. Rather than just, go whole mad, I think, let your kids come home and sit down for one semester. Let him go, come back, meet them. Go, come back, meet them. Whose children are you? Aren't you supposed to be in school? Is that we should sit down at home? Let's see how he feels about watching his kids not getting an education. Then if he really don't care, then honey, sit back and look at that marriage certificate again. Yeah, just sit and just look at what you've done to yourself.
Okay.
Well, I think you should do something after praying, except you feel that you need to continue in prayer. Someone called the show last week and said that there's a type of prayer that you pray, the fervent one. So maybe you've been praying and you just been on level 1. You might need to go to 5 now. Dry fasting, mounting.
The prayer that I've been praying that brought this breakthrough.
You now pray the one that will bring him home. You will now pray a different one that will make him bring money. Then you now pray a separate one that will make him pay his children's school fee. You now pray another one that that'll pay next term school fee. Like, honey, this is work. What do you think? This is work, child. Come on. You can't be acting all surprised. You keep praying. Then you get tired. Then you do something about everything. I think.
Okay.
No. Wait. What do you think I said? Don't cry. What do you think I said? Oh, don't cry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to hurt. I want you to cry. Then I want you to make a decision.
When we started this show, I cried.
Yeah.
I said, God, I'm not going to keep crying like this.
Yeah, so you
I'm not
cry,
going to keep crying.
you hurt, you watch your kids sit at home, then you wake up one day and you make a decision and you don't look back. That's what you do.
Huh. Okay. Thank you so much.
Be strong, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Nigeria Info. Hi, welcome.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, just please, look at pity men. Oh.
Don't do that. No,
Men.
don't do that. Please, come on. No, wait, don't
They
do
don't
that.
know what they're doing.
No, please, no, stop. Please don't do that. We're not talking about people who have cerebral palsy here. Don't do that.
I know what I'm saying. Just
No,
calm
I
down.
don't think you do. No,
I
please don't
know.
say that. No, because this is not.
You normally say that it's because of ego. It's not ego.
It's what?
It's Mumuism. So don't know it.
It's Mumuism.
Yes.
Are you trying to make me laugh?
That's why you need to pity them. You need to teach them.
Do you know it's worse that you're a fool than that you had an ego?
But just sorry. By the way, why people love marriage so much? Can't you build yourself?
What are you saying?
Can't people build themselves?
What are you saying?
Photocopy.
In the name of truth, in the name of...
Take care of that. Why marriage?
You said why marriage?
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm listening to you.
It's not benefit. It's not truth. It's not from normality.
Wait, one minute you say it's not the man. Then you say it's not ego, it's Mumuism. And then you say, look, you know what? You're throwing me all over the place. Stop. Nigeria Info.
Hello, Joyce.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Hello?
Lady? I'm with you. Welcome.
I don't want to call my name today because I'm your regular caller and I'm always on your show.
All right.
Yes, but I just tuned in now when that engineer was calling and was like saying that the women stay with the children more than the men. Depends on the kind of job you do. Hello?
Okay.
Like in my own case, I was the one that called you one certain time and I was even crying. I could not hold myself. Even when my husband is traveling, he never tells me. It's just like what the last caller just said.
Yeah.
It's only when some men have, you will know who they are. In my own case, I know how we started. In the order of your show, I narrated how we started and everything. Do you know that? Let me even bring this issue to you because I have not even heard this issue since I've been calling your show, even on this series of your program. Do you know that I and my husband, our own is inter-tribal marriage. Do you know that my husband never allowed me to speak my language to my children?
Really?
He never allowed me to speak just because the type of business we do, we run this business together, everything. But in many times, I stayed more in the business. Then he will be at home with the kids. So the only little time I used to have for my children to speak the language, never. I should never. I kept this thing for over 18 years. I never explained to anybody, not until the brother visited our house one day. Issue came up. On trying to resolve the issue, this particular issue came up. And he was so bitter about it. My children have grown. They can never speak my language. All in the name of slavery to marriage. I have siblings, Joyce, but I will never advise any of them to get married. If they wish to get married, good and fine, because I believe that marriage is a game of luck. It's even a game. I tag marriage as a game. If you are lucky, fine. If you are not lucky, take it as your, as maybe that is how your own that is how your own is. Hello?
I'm with you. I'm listening.
In my own case, again, this is a house that the one he said is final. If he wants to do anything, he cannot come here and say, okay, darling, this is how we are supposed to go about it. He do it at his own will. He do whatever he likes in the house. I can't say. The same Johnny I was always saying that whenever he's traveling, I never know. 2 days, I will not know where he is. He did the same thing last week. He just went out from morning till night. But now, I am the most happiest person in that marriage now because I have tried to live my life the way I want it to be. I try to make myself happy by pleasing myself, not to talk again, and which is silence. So it's not everybody that we be able to live that silence because I have talked, I have cried, I have prayed. So let's face reality. In this kind of situation, prayer cannot solve it. Prayer cannot settle it. Though we are Christians, we believe in prayer. Still today, I still pray for him, but I allow him to live his life. That is reality. Because even if you are praying, you should know that reality can never be covered. Reality must surely have its way. That is all I have to say. Now, that is
Thank
the
you.
one. I even wanted to maybe write my point in a paper so that I will not forget. But
Yep.
I did not write. So this is the one I remember. Now, so as the show goes on, I'll keep calling.
Yeah,
To
thank
tell
you.
you more. My
Thank you.
children never speak my language in the home. My first son is 22 years old.
Where are you
But
from?
they don't understand my language.
Where are you from?
Just because I want peace to reign in the home.
You agreed. So where are you from?
Hello?
Where are you from? What's your tribe?
My husband is from Anambra State, and I am from Benue State.
All right. That's all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he never allowed me to speak my language to my children. And we are still loving ourselves, pretending to be loving ourselves.
Well, that's
Is
exactly
that love?
that's what it is. Pretense. Well, you're doing a bad job pretending, actually, because first of all, I don't even know what you mean. Love and pretense in the same sentence. So, I think that I've met arrogant men, and really what they want is power. It's just power. There's a terrible appetite for power. It's insane. And I wish they know. I wish that they know that they have a problem. 2, I wish that they know that there is a consequence for what they do. I wish that they understand how power works. But guess my greatest wish? I wish the women will come to a knowledge of themselves. The day you do, you will not believe what's possible. You would not believe. You will not believe what's possible. I want to tell you about possibilities, but God, grammar fails. Like, what's possible? And it's funny because when you think about it, the man is so self-absorbed, and then you miss out on the fact that, well, you have your kids who should benefit from both sides. What dad is and who he is and what mom is and, where she's from. Your kids should benefit. And all of that can be a fusion to a very large degree so that your kids really just benefit. One, from the fact that both of you are from 2 different ends of Nigeria, and then God knows what that could evolve in. If your son, for example, speaks Igbo and then speaks the dialect from the Middle Belt, and then maybe he shows proficiency with language learning, and then, well, you never can tell, so he can learn some Chinese, which is very difficult to learn, but once you start teaching them young, it's a very great escape. And maybe he never really has to go to school because, well, he needs to go to school, but then if he can become something just by learning languages. He could teach people languages. And then if you add that to education, just think about what's possible. But because some people are so self-absorbed, you don't quite calculate what's possible. And so the lady's saying that she's just silent for peace to reign. Did we speak? I think we did. We spoke about, I think I asked you on Lords of Logic last year, peace and war, which is costlier. I've asked that question before. Peace and war, which is costlier? Well, you say war. Then I want to tell you what this woman is sacrificing just for peace to reign. Then you realize that it's costlier for there to be peace. War is easy. It's costlier for there to be peace. But I think in a situation as that, you could be losing twofold because you're losing yourself and then your kids are losing too. Conversation for another day. 99.3 Nigeria Info. All right, let's see. Before a break, how are you? Welcome. What's your name? Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Dr. Stanley Omozuwa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm from Benin. I am quite surprised by what I'm hearing from women because I think it has to do with background. I'm married for 30 years now.
Yeah.
And when we were young, my father married 7 wives. He was able to stay with these 7 wives, and we were living amicably. So since we got married these 30 years, it has been very blissful because I learned from my father.
All right.
So I want to say it's a kind of background.
Okay.
We have to kind of inculcate values now because it's missing in the society.
Evidently.
I'm married for 30 years now. I've not beaten my wife once. We have 5 children.
My first daughter has graduated and married.
Wow.
So all these one women are talking, my heart bleeds because if you treat your wife like a queen, she will carry you like a king.
Don't worry, just sit back, relax. You hear more sad stories. Thank you very much for calling.
So that's what I feel. Though. I feel all this one the women are talking, the men have to come to understand it has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with Bible. When we were young, our parents, some celebrated 60 years in marriage.
Hold on a second. I have to be off on a break. Believe me. A second. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, guys.
Welcome, lady. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Ufuma.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, like what the last caller said, what works for A might not work for B.
Do you have a story?
I've been married for a while, and my husband has been a peaceful man to me.
Sorry, bring it back. Your husband has been what?
He's a peaceful person.
Peaceful person, okay, yeah.
Yes. At the moment I was working, I leave the house as early as 6. I get home late as early as 9:10. So I would call him and tell him, okay, please ask him what are we going to eat. And once he says he's eating rice, before I get home, he has boiled the rice down for me.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah, I'm with you.
But it might not work for the other couple. The man will tell the wife that you want to turn it to a slave or whatsoever.
Yeah, but so why do you think it's not working for the other person? I mean, you say your husband is agreeable with the balanced...
It's all about understanding. Marriage is all about understanding. Once you understand each other, you live peacefully. Like my neighbor, I have a neighbor that once the husband is back from work, she must come outside, kneel down and greet the man, carry the man's bag, go inside. The man will enter the house, out the bag. She'll be the one to go in with the bag and shut the gate and make sure she owns the gem for the husband.
So what year was this?
So it's ongoing.
Now?
Yes.
What slave camp what slave camp did they pick her from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
To the extent that the man even told his son that it's women that put on them. Whenever it's time for them to come on, the wife has to.
There's a dynamic there. He doesn't love her, certainly, and he probably sees himself as her savior. So that's a wow. Yeah, that's not a marriage. No, I don't.
So like in my case, I'm really enjoying my marriage.
Okay, we like to hear
that. My husband is really supporting me. We do things together. We watch our clothes together.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
We go out together.
Sounds romantic.
Whatever decision he has,
he shares with you.
Together.
Nice.
Work together for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So depending on your upbringing, like my husband happens to be the only man, the only son in his family. There are only 3, and the mom trained him very well.
Okay.
So I'm so happy about that. If you have a male child and you cannot train up that child, it's the wife that will suffer it.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you, and I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. We're off on a break to bring you headlines, top of the hour. My name's Joyce. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info.